It is now time for entertainment news. Now, first story on our list, Alibaba has a few words for entertainers. Veteran comedian Alibaba has asked the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to go after any entertainer who uses his or her work of art to encourage internet fraud, popularly known as yahoo-yahoo. He made this known during an interview with EFCC, where he stated that most entertainers in the industry are not telling the true stories behind their so-called fortune. Now, he said, and I'm quoting, "I see a lot of entertainers who show off on social media of their expensive lifestyle, and I'll be like, how many events has this comedian organized or anchored that gave him this kind of money that he's flaunting?" Now, you see that with packs of dollars with the caption, "All we do is spend money." Now, anyone who works legitimately won't do that. Alibaba, however, used the opportunity to tell entertainers to stay out of crime and use their professions to rewrite the narrative in the fight against corruption. Now, he also stated that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, should not take it lightly in dealing with entertainers who encourage crimes, especially cyber crimes. This table... broken. Broken. What do we have to say about this?
We've always talked about this, right? Like, we've talked about so much. And people still do it.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm really happy that Alibaba himself, who is someone in the industry, who is someone that is very revered in the industry, is coming out to state that this is what is happening and I stand against it. Because it almost feels like this generation, our generation, or like I can say my generation of young people feel like, you know what, if you are doing this internet fraud to help people, to sponsor people through labels, or to basically give back, then it's okay. And I have a problem with that narrative. And I'm happy he's saying that, no, don't come off on social media saying that, okay, maybe I might have, quote unquote, you know, gotten this money in an illegitimate manner, but I'm helping you out, I'm providing jobs. I just feel like that Robin Hood mentality got to go.
Okay, so I would say that, see, if somebody gave you a car, if somebody gave you money, if somebody gifted you stuff, be sure to tell people that, oh, I mean, just let them know that I was given. Don't make it look like, oh, it is the job. Because you see, there are people who question themselves, and you'll be wondering why Instagram is going to take likes off social media and all that. It's because of this, because people are committing suicide, people are devastated, they're frustrated. They're like, look at, I go to work morning till night, and every day I work so hard, and I can't still afford basic things. And then what is this person doing? Is it that God does not love me? God loves this person. I mean, truly, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, and you know, the interesting thing about this is a few days ago, I was having a conversation with someone, and the person was saying something about how money laundering is crazy in this our industry. Like, you never know who actually has money, like, from their stuff. And really and truly, if you wait, how many events this person don't do? How much are they paying this, you know, person? Or you see some presenters leaving, you're like, wait, is it not the same presenter that I don't understand. What is different about it? So, you know, it's just, I'm glad that Alibaba has spoken up. I like the fact that he's actually very outspoken. He speaks up about all this type of things and, you know, other things in terms of not just this industry, like generally. And, you know, for him to bring it to this point, it's like, people say, oh, if you want to launder money, the two people you can go for, all these entertainers, they don't used to probe them. You know, last you just say, I went for one event at Canada, they paid me this. And, you know, things like that. So, I mean, and that's the reason why when the whole Simi and Yahoo Boy saga thing happened, a lot of people could not speak up because they are on the table. If they start to dig into how they made their money, you find out that some of them are sleeping around, you find out that some of them are into money laundering, you find out that some of them are into drugs. So, I mean, if you have a platform and you can't speak up for what is right, and you are also a part of what, like, it's just, it's really messy, and I'm glad he's
actually broken into so many. So I was going somewhere, I parked somewhere, then I just got into my car. So somebody recognized me and said, now this car they drive, you should be driving. And I'm like,
how much is my salary?
First of all, people need to stop talking about
things
they have no idea about. But one thing I wanted to add up to this conversation is the fact that he said these are some of the people that EFCC should be probing.
Yes,
and I feel like that's a very valid point because EFCC, SARS and the rest, you know, going up on the streets, harassing people just because of cars. Maybe you should actually start being on Instagram because some people's lives are not adding up. Whether that's the truth of the matter. So go there. How are they driving car A, B, C, D, one car every day of the week? What do you
one
do?
car, exactly.
Like,
check the tax as well. Like,
Yeah.
what have you done to gain this?
Okay, so much to say on this particular topic, but then please, people, turn a new leaf. All right, I don't like corny people. Vector to MI. Lovers of rap in Nigeria who have been longing for the collaboration between Vector and MI should forget about it, because from the look of things, it might never ever happen. During a question and answer segment on Twitter with Vector, a fan asked the rapper if there are chances of him and MI coming together to do a song, to which he responded, "I don't like corny people. It ruins things." All right, if you would recall, some weeks ago, both rappers recently dragged themselves by releasing diss tracks that broke the internet.
Yeah, we do remember that one.
Is it that people are even looking for trouble by asking this question? Because
if you're doing a Q&A, people would ask you whatever it is that they have on their mind. So some people just want to know that, okay, after all these diss tracks that people have done, is there
any chance of like a collaboration
coming? At least, just even if it's 1%, and I'm you know how I feel about this.
I know how you feel, and I know you don't want to talk much, but this is what I'm going to say. Like, I don't know, I can't say in depth about what is happening because there's always something beneath the surface. Yeah. But one thing that I always say is manner of approach. I always say it all the time. I say it about Burna Boy. I say it about all these other artists. Now, you might have something you want to say, and you might seem like, oh, I don't want to be a diplomatic person, but you have to know how you're saying some certain things. Saying, I don't like conning people, no matter how good or best intentions or whatever it is, whether good character that you have, it just puts you out there looking like someone who wants to start beef. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you might not be interested in that. That might not be your intention. You might actually be trying to call someone out. But it just keeps putting you on that black sheep line. And then later on, you're going to complain that this is how people see me. But
so see, Amanda, this is you. Typical you. Because you're prim and proper, and then you just want to be diplomatic. Just be a lady.
No, I don't want to be diplomatic. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a diplomatic situation. It's a situation of, like, okay, somebody asked me something about Arike. Oh, I don't like conning people. Oh, it just looks like we're already fighting.
Okay. So these
like,
are rappers.
No, but why can't you just say, I don't think so? That's what I'm trying to say. It still passes across the same message that there's no collaboration.
Because you're
why
still
do you have to add that
proper?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because there are people who are not like this.
They just want to say their mind.
They'll just say it.
Honesty, I think that this is what he's actually fighting against. You know how you feel a certain way about someone? I probably connect and understand.
So you would do that? You would do that if you were?
Yeah, I will definitely. Like if everybody knows me, if I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not going to pretend or try to mince words or try to, I'll suck up to you or something. No, I'm just going to, no, there's never going to be a collaboration. This is how I see this person.
That is different from, no, I don't like conning people.
Because there's already been, there's something on ground. It's not as though he was asked about Reminisce that they've never had beef. That, oh, would you ever do something with Reminisce? And it's like, I don't like conning people. Then you raise your brows like, oh, what's going on here? But we know what's going on. He's spoken up about this. He's talked about how, MI has made him look bad in the public. Do you know how many times he emailed MI about, working with him, and MI came out to say, oh,
I would like to work with him.
I would like to work with him. But you never said that there were like 2 emails that you never responded to.
That's why I said
I don't like conning people. I want people
that's the reason why I said I understand that there's a lot beneath the surface.
Inside. So the thing is, at first when I heard the whole diss track and everything, I was like, okay, wait, MI, what's going on and everything. And then I went to listen to Vector's side. Like, you have to hear both sides of the story. And I weighed it. In all honesty, we do this thing of, for PR's sake. And then you're actually not that good a person, but you're just doing the whole, so that people will see me this way, I don't really roll with that. I don't really like that. Be you, do you, which is what, let's not go. That's why I said I don't want to say anything. Moving on to the next story. Jay, are you people done with that?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, I don't want us to be shocked. Because I'll just go full on rant. All right, finally, on the foreign scene, Jay-Z sues Australian bookseller. Now, American music mogul Jay-Z has filed a lawsuit against a small online Australian bookseller over the use of his name and lyrics in its products. Now, according to the reports, the hip-hop inspired clothing and bookstore used Jay-Z's name and hit song 99 Problem in books that teach children the alphabet. Now, the book is called A-B to Jay-Z, and on the book's back cover, there is a drawing of a boy, and below the words written say, If you're having alphabet problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but ABC ain't one.
Mad.
Now, according to the lawsuit, which was filed in a federal court in Australia, Jay-Z claimed that the retailer engaged in misleading and deceptive conduct by unlawfully using his name and lyrics for profit. Now, the company's director, however, released a statement yesterday where she expressed her disappointment in the legal proceeding and said that the book was created for parents to connect with children through hip-hop.
This is so sweet. I mean, that person is so creative and brilliant. But I just wish that in a country, in a country that has laws, you know, you should
don't
have
just
done
do stuff like
the
that.
right thing. Do you understand?
True.
Because this is actually very creative, beautiful. It attracts and you should.
Let me even help you wrap it. If you're having alphabet problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but ABC saying one. Like, that is so dope right there. Honestly speaking. But she has a very solid point.
You have to do it the right way.
But I just feel like perhaps Jay-Z should have been a bit more lenient towards this, because this is something that's trying to teach children to connect to hip-hop, which is also a good thing, that is promoting the narrative of hip-hop not being just for like illiterates and stuff. So I wish he was a bit more lenient. Okay.